Hey people, I just want to talk about today that God give us a father and a mother. One day they're going to leave us if we don't leave them first. Today I want to talk about my mom. I can remember a lot of things about my mama. She done a lot of good things for me. And my mom did not play. My mom, one of the things I can remember that I won't ever forget, man, the way she whipped me one time. I used to be that bad child of the family. I used to be that bad one, that hard-headed one. I used to be that bad child. But one day my mama gave me a whipping that I'll never forget, and I still haven't forgot it. I kept on doing something my mama told me to stop. And boy, when she got her hands on me, man, and my mom probably weighed no more about 130 pounds, no more than 140 pounds. Little bitty woman. She got her hands on me, and I messed up and tripped on the floor, and that's what it. My mama got one of her foot, put on top of my neck, and held one of my legs up, and boy, I was all hers. I never forget that whipping. But every day of my life, I thank her for that whipping that I got. Every day, because it made me what I am now. You know, my mom, she was a true believer. My mom, she believed in going to church. She was a true believer. She loved God. She believed in Jesus Christ. She called on him. She was a true believer. And my mom became sick. She became sick, and I'll never forget, I was about where I went to work. And my mom was in the bed that morning. She was sick. I didn't know. The day before she was laying down, she said, I don't feel good. And so one of my sisters, she said, well, they told me that she said, take mama to the hospital. So they took her to the hospital and did the thing right here. Mama went to the hospital, found out that she had lung cancer. I didn't know it until I got off work, but found out that she had lung cancer. And I went to the hospital, and then the doctor was talking to me. The doctor told me some things. He said, there's nothing we can do for her. And she have a lot of spots in her chest and her lungs. Okay. I remember breaking down. I broke down in front of the doctor, and I started crying real hard and heavy. And I walked around the hospital. I remember it like it today. I walked around the hospital, and I seen a chapter in the hospital. And I went into that chapter, and I prayed. I prayed out to God. Tears running down my face, snot running out my nose, and all that. That's what you call that ugly cry. That ugly cry, you know, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. That's an ugly cry. Your whole face wet like you've been sweating. And I prayed out to God. I said, God, please don't take my mama. Please don't take my mama. And I kept on praying, and I told him, I said, God, if you don't take my mama, I promise you I will take care of my mama. I will take care of her. You don't take her. And I left it right there. I left it at the altar. And then my mom got out the hospital. Let me tell you, I say this all the time. Jesus is real. My mom got out the hospital. The cancer was gone. No more cancer. It was gone. And my mama was a heavy smoker. She used to smoke. I know the cigarettes, Saddam. I used to go and buy them things. Saddam 100. I used to go and buy that. And like I say, Jesus is real. Jesus took that cancer away from mama. He took it away. No cancer in her body, none. And mama stopped smoking. She didn't smoke no more. But years later, she came down with Alzheimer's. If anybody don't know what Alzheimer's is, I'm gonna tell you like this. I believe Alzheimer's is the worst disease in the world. That's what I believe. You know, I did not know what it was at first because I started to see things that she do that she didn't used to do. And it used to irritate me, to make me mad. I mean, because she doing things that she never did before. And like I say, when I found out later that she had Alzheimer's, it really did. It's a life changer. It really is a life changer. I know there are many diseases out there. You got all kinds, but I don't think one is worse than Alzheimer's. So years passed. Mama started getting worse. And God keeps you to your vow you make with him. When you make a vow to God, he gonna hold you to that. That's a true fact. I'm a living witness. Because, go back to what I said earlier, when I said my mama was sick, had cancer, and I prayed and asked him not to take her, he spared her life. And I said I would take care of her. That's what I'm getting at right there, people. He held me to that vow that I made to him. I had to take care of my mama. You know, Alzheimer's will make you cry so much that you don't have no tears in you to cry no more. When my dad died, I cried a lot while my dad, he had died. I cried more when my mama was living. You know, mama, she started doing a lot of things that not usually that what she do, but I had to be there for her. You know, my mama, she used to run out the house, walk out the house, whatever. I'm telling you, you can't sleep. You got to stay focused when somebody have Alzheimer's. You got to stay focused. But all the time you're going through this, God is right there with you. God is with you every step of the way. God just want to see, are you going to hold up to the promise that you made to me in order for me to bless you in the future? You're going to hold that promise. It was rough, but I held that promise. You know, my mom used to stay up all night. I couldn't sleep. I used to be scared she gonna leave out the house. But things started changing for the worse. Then all of a sudden, my mama stopped eating. She stopped eating. She didn't even know how to use the bathroom, go to the bathroom no more. She didn't know how to do nothing. The hurting part about it, when she forget about you. When that person forget about you who have Alzheimer's, that hurts you more than anything. Out of all the life that y'all have spent together, now she don't know you. Now he don't know you. All they know is people from the past, people that you might not know, people that they calling on you never heard of. That's all they know. And it hurt. Like I said, I cried many days. And then this what happened. One night I was asleep. I don't know, have you ever felt like or seen this, like you sleep, but you're not all the way asleep. But I don't know if it's a dream, or I don't know, it just happened. But I seen my mama. By the way, my mama was in the other room. She was asleep. I'm just gonna say it was a dream. I had a dream that I seen my mama. She was in my room, and I was looking at her. She had on a white gown. The gown was so pretty that it looked like light was on it, like it was, I can't explain it, like it looked like a chandelier. It looked like the light just was following the gown. I don't know how to explain this, but I was looking at my mama, and about that time my mama had broke her hip. She was in a wheelchair, and she was right in front of my bed in the wheelchair, and I was looking at her, and she was looking at me, but my mom was still alive during the time, and I was looking right at her, and she looked at me, got up out that wheelchair, and walked away. I remember waking up the next morning saying, man, my mama gonna walk again. She gonna walk again. She gonna walk. I was so happy. She gonna walk again. Then a couple nights later, I had another dream. This time, I had a dream that I came home and my mom died in my arms. And you know, that just what happened. She died in my arms. You got to let God use you. You got to let God use you. Sometimes sometimes losing a mama or her dad or just a family member, we don't want to go through that. But it's gonna happen. It got to happen. And I never forget it. I was out of town. I was working, and I called home, and I like, how mama doing? They said she was breathing funny. They said that she breathing like real heavy. I never forget. I was over in North Carolina working during the time, and I woke up that morning. I was getting ready to go to work. The voice of God told me to go home. So I went home. Let me tell you, I knew what was going to happen, but I did not want to face what was going to happen. That was the longest ride I ever took in my life. The longest ride. When my dad died, I was right around the corner nearby. But when my mom died, I had to drive like 8 hours. It seemed like it was a 16-hour drive. And just saying, when I got home, I seen my mama laying in the bed, and I went and grabbed her, and I forgot all about the dream that God showed me. I went and got her out the bed, and I put my mom in my lap, and I was talking to her, and all of a sudden she died. I didn't know that she had passed until one of my sisters came in the house. They holler. I didn't know what was going on. Still looking dumbfounded and lost, like, what's wrong? My mom had died in my arms. For a long time, I was going through so much hurt and pain that people didn't know. It was like I was all right as long as I was around people. I was just happy. But when I leave from around them, I'm hurting. So one night, I had a dream, but there wasn't no dream. It was, I don't know what you call it, but it was good. I'm just gonna say a dream again. But the house that my mom died in, I was back at this house. And when I was at the house, my mama came out the room, and she had on this, my mama had on this long white gown, and her hair was so long and jet black, and she was just smiling. She was just smiling at me. And at the point when my mom died, my mom didn't have no teeth in her mouth. She had none. She just was smiling. She had the most prettiest smile that I ever seen. And I grabbed her by her hands, and we were playing. We were playing like little kids. And she got tired of playing, and she go back into her room, the room that she died in. She go back into the room and get in the bed to go to sleep. I was so happy to see her. I go get her out the bed, and we start playing again like little kids. And we played, and then she like she's saying, my time up. I'm tired. I'm going back and lay down. So that was the second time. Now, I tried to go back in the third time and get her. I could not go in that room because she told me these words right here. In that room she died in, I could not go in that room. She said, let me go. She said, let me go. And by the way, when my mom came back to me, she looked so younger. My mom was in her 60s when she died. She looked so younger. She like she was about in her 30s or younger. Cause the reason why I say look younger, Jesus died at the age of 33. And I don't believe that nobody would go to heaven or be around him that look older or would be older than 33. That's what I believe. My mom was looking so young. Her hair was jet black. She had no gray, no nothing, and she did not have no wrinkles. And like I said before, she did not even have teeth when she died, but she had the most pretty white teeth in her mouth. But when she told me to let her go, that would help me to make it through. I had to go through this because I made a vow to God that I would take care of my mama. God held me to that vow. And I'm so thankful this day that God can trust me to do it again. I'm just saying, if there's someone in your life you need to take care of, ask God to give you the strength. Ask him to help you. He will send you help. He'll do all what he have to do. You just be willing to accept that Jesus is real. You might hear me saying this many times. Jesus is real. He warned us before things happen. He showed me all the things that I need to see before it happened. But when that time came, I was still weak. Yes, I cried. But I cried more when my mom was living because Alzheimer's is a disease that I would not wish on my worst enemy or nobody. It's sad that you've been knowing somebody all your life and all of a sudden they don't know you no more. It's sad when they forget how to eat. They forget how to use the bathroom. They forget everything. I just want you all to know this. And let God use you. Take care of your parents. Take care of your loved one. Take care of the person who love you. Take care of your enemy. Love your enemy. If they need you, help them. I just wanted to share this video with you all. I hope you all like it. Please subscribe and leave a comment. And may God bless you.